You join me at a park lake in Buckinghamshire. It's a very cool little venue, quite unusual, not your average park lake. I got here just at dusk, going to do the night tonight, but I haven't rushed to get the rods out. I've waited for it to get fully dark. I'm just sat here chilling, taking in the ambience of the park. Some geezer shouting at his missus on the phone over there. Joggers, dog walkers, usual story. Park's gradually getting a bit quieter, and as it gets fully dark, I'm going to get the bright head torch out and we're going to go and find some carp. Well, hopefully find some carp anyway. It is still February, but because of the clarity of this venue, I know that I'll be able to find them. And we've always got a chance of catching them if we're fishing on them. Do you want to see some carp? I just flicked the torch on and flicked it off again on them because, well, I didn't want to spook them, I wanted to show you them, see if they're still there. Here they are. There's that one with marks on it, Rich. You can tell he's got tail damage, hasn't he? So as you can see, the light is really spooking them. It's funny, isn't it? Like people, yeah, look, he's really chewed up, man, on the back. What a shame. What a shame. Well, they're quite happy, aren't they? They're not spooked by the light at all. They seem quite happy in this area. It's going to be easy to set a trap there, isn't it? You know, you can see. But that's just two. Let's see if there's any more. I think there should be some more in here, you know. Let's go find. I can't even speak. Let's go find them. I'm excited. It's good, isn't it? So we've got those two there. They've split up. The other one's gone now. Nothing escapes the eye of Sauron, Rich, even the tiniest perch. It's funny, isn't it? You know, you could walk this in daylight and see very little. You know, although it's clear, he's pretty cool, quite plump. They're remarkably calm, aren't they? Look at him just fanning his fin. Just drifting out slowly now. Let's leave him in peace, shall we? That's a good one. That's a nice one. Is that a mirror? That's a mirror, Rich. Look at that. Check that out. That is a lovely mirror. Well, Al said he'd seen a good mirror in here, and I believe him now because I can see it with my own eyes. He's got to be upper 20, mid 20 easily. Look, he's coming right close. He's coming to have a look. Not bothered by the light at all. Is he going to eat? I haven't actually got any bait with me because, well, I didn't really come to bait up. I came to find him and then come and set up on him. Look at him, he's coming to say hello. Rich, can I just jump on him and grab him out now, save getting the rods out? That is a fucking look at that. What a, can't even take my eyes off it to look at that one. Dinosaurs, isn't they? We'd have seen nothing at dusk walking round, and now here they are. We can count every fish in here if we walk round. How many different ones? That's 4 now. Let's keep going. This is really cool weed, isn't it, Rich? I don't think I've ever fished another venue where I've seen this weed before. It's really unusual stuff, isn't it? It's like Canadian on steroids, isn't it? With really long fronds. Cool stuff. So I've got 2 different torches. I've got this really bright spotlight one, but I've also got one which has got like a wider beam. And if you use them together, that really, I can see everything up to 2/3 of the way across. And if we walk down the other side, we'll see everything. Literally everything in here. Nothing can escape. They're funny creatures, these carp. You know, they're old ones, really old ones. Seeing them doesn't guarantee catching them, but if you're on them, you've got a chance. The ones that I've seen so far look active. You know, they were swimming around before I put the torch on them. They was, you know, that mirror looked like it was going to dip down and feed, didn't it? But whether they will when I put a rig out, I don't know. You know, they have been fished for, these fish, for their whole lives. Even if we don't find carp, we can see where they've been feeding. You know, it's quite obvious when the silt's been polished off and it glows. You know, these spots actually glow after dark. So even if you don't find the fish themselves, you can find somewhere to lay a trap for them, somewhere where they visit regularly. You know, so we're also looking for that as well as fish. There you go, that's somewhere that's been, it looks like they come through here. There's a bit of weed in the middle. Maybe it's a flanking spot. As they come past this weed, they have a little bit of a rub, but there's a couple of big stones down there. But yeah, look how clean that is. That's not birds that have done that. If I was perch fishing, I'd be ear itch. That's a clonker, isn't it? He's trying to hide from the light. Look. I don't want to put a weight on it. It could be a 3-pounder, that one, couldn't it? Easily. Oh look, he's hiding. He doesn't like it. Being shy. This is exciting in itself, isn't it, Rich? Like just watching them. If I couldn't fish for them, you know, if fishing was banned, I'd be doing this on a Friday night, come out of a bright head torch and find them and maybe feed them a bit. That was an epic moment. That small perch down there, we just both said, wouldn't it be great if he struck? And he did, like at that very moment. You know, I think you could catch him if you load a worm in front of him.
Rock pool fishing.
Look, if that, oh, he went for it. Did you see? How mad. He's like highly predatory, that little one, isn't he? Look how vivid the markings are on it. Most carp anglers wouldn't even dream of lamping carp or shining a bright head torch on them. In fact, they're totally the opposite, aren't they? Some clubs have even got a rule which means that you have to shield your head torch. You can't shine it out across the lake. It seems a bit crazy to me now. You know, over the last sort of decade or so, a lot of our angling has been feature angling or angling on limited time, shall we say. You know, you're turning up in the dark and you're going at daylight or whatever. So it kind of changes the rules of engagement a little bit. And technology has made it so that, you know, we can all have a bright head torch now. I mean, previously, if you wanted to lamp for something, you had to have a big handheld 1,000,000 candle watt power lamp and a 12-volt battery. But now, just a couple of bright head torches, you know, you can go and find fish discount areas. You know, that's another thing. But it really does change the game. It changes the rules of engagement. It means that I've sort of turned up now at dusk, and rather than set up blind, I can now go and find the carp as well or better than I could during the daylight. I mean, this place is clear, but it can work on venues where you haven't got that much clarity as well, because that bright beam of the torch can pick out things that you cannot see during daylight. You know, it's quite a game changer. I hate to use that word, you know, I'll get told off for using it again, but yeah, it's one of those things which changes the way that you can fish. It changes the way that you can approach venues. It changes the time scale that you can expect to catch carp in.